Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again for another Kickstarter Critique, where I take a look at a different Kickstarter project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, giving my honest thoughts on how that Kickstarter project is being ran. And today, I'm very excited to be checking out the 26th most popular project on all the games. That is Wreckland Run, a solo game from the creators of Warp's Edge, plus the new Anomaly expansion for Warp's Edge. So I do give them kudos. They're letting me know exactly what I am getting into here. This is a solo game. This is from a designer who did something else that I've heard Warp's Edge is very good, and Renegade Games has kind of a reputation. They've been leaning pretty hard into the solo stuff. So I gotta say, overall, I'm impressed by this. I'd like to see a price, the time length, that sort of thing. But overall, I think it's a solid main image. Now, the thing that does kind of confuse me a little bit is the fact that they're only asking for $5,000. This isn't necessarily a red flag or a white flag or any color flag. It's just odd that they're like, yeah, we're going to print this solo game and we're going to print an expansion to another game for $5,000. It's like, really? Is that the price you needed? It's just odd. That's all it is. Let me know. What do you think when you see that sort of thing? I don't really think bad or good, I guess, in this instance. It's just weird. Now, a game by Scott Alms. I do like the font they're spotlighting that. I missed that at the front. Also, spotlight is good artwork. I think that main image is solid. As always, when we go to the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go.
How was my day? Well, let's just say things went downhill fast. Turns out the doc didn't take too kindly to my runs through Wreckland this year. Yeah, you heard me correctly. The doc. Dr. Hopeless.
We're going to hardcore theme.
His bedside manner. Who sucks? Wreckland Run is a story-driven adventure board game that takes place in a post-apocalyptic, marauder-laden landscape.
Oh, well, I want to go back to that. I kind of want to see more of this. Okay, so I see a journal, I see some cards. I'd like to see, just zoom in a little bit more. I'd love to see this a little bit more in depth, and less just artwork. I know you're really starting to showcase the artwork, but I'd like to see some more of this.
That takes place in a post-apocalyptic, marauder-laden landscape known as the Wrecklands. In this post-apocalyptic solitaire game of vehicular carnage, you choose a vehicle and a driver to guide you through a 7-chapter campaign.
Ah, slow down! I wanted to look at some of the details on some of those things. Dang it. Transfer or damage from one enemy card to this section to another, so it looks like you're going to be putting customizations in here, taking damage, they're going to be getting modified. That's cool. I like this general idea. This is neat. This looks fun.
Guide you through a 7-chapter campaign. Trying desperately
7 chapters,
to get supplies through to the last holdouts.
So right there, I immediately say to myself, at a bare minimum, I am going to get 7 games out of this, and then I'll probably be able to, let one of my friends that like solo games borrow it, and then I'll get it back years from now, maybe like show it to my kids, something like that. I love the fact they mentioned the 7-chapter campaign. I think that was really good.
Civilization. Each chapter of Dr. Hopeless's journey.
Wow. Okay. I was thinking tiddlywinks, and you're showing me chess. This is really good. I was not expecting this much information to be inside that book, which was like I was just so underwhelmed by the beginning of this video because of just the reliance on the theme and not enough into like this. Look at this. As a solo gamer, this gets me excited. That's 7 chapters I can get down with.
Introduces new options and challenges, and the whole game can be replayed with different combinations of drivers and vehicles.
Okay.
Throughout the game, you will need to salvage parts, outfit your vehicle, and fight off marauders. Will you blaze through the Wrecklands and prevent the doc's plans from making the world worse? Or will you go down in a blaze of glory?
And we're not even gonna mention the other expansion that you're kind of just slapping on. Okay. Alright. So, it looks solid. I think that looks like a fun game. 15 created, 140 back. I will say right from the get-go, I feel comfortable. And look at that. We got Jalop. Oh, okay. I'm a little less comfortable now. Hopefully the organization is still on point. I still believe Renegade Games will hopefully have that, I believe. So, as always, just want to check, see how many games they have out pending. I don't believe this one is out yet because people care. People care. I see it in the comments. This one I do know is out. That is a, yeah, I did a review on that one. I think if you like expandable card games and Vampire, you're going to like that game. If you do not, then that is 100% not a game for you. Artisans of Splendid Vale. Look at that giant box. It looks fun. Is that okay? What is this? Updates. Is it out? Second chances. Pledge manager temporarily open, so they are active in here talking about what's going on. Last chance to pre-order My Father's Work. I don't believe this one is out. It's almost time. Last chance to fill out your pledge manager. Are you out? German shipping update. Why hide it? So weird, Renegade. Artisans of Splendid Vale live on Kickstarter. German edition fulfill. Okay, German, for whatever reason, we're keeping the German stuff hush hush. Why is this? For our backers in the EU, we spoke with Fulfillment Support to get an update on the fulfillment, the inbound shipping. So they're up to point on the customer service. This is 2021, so it looks like there's 4 games maybe. But honestly, I would not be worried in any way, shape, or form. This is Renegade Game Studio. They have a lot of games. They have a lot of very popular games. If I keep scrolling down here, you'll probably see some of them. Yeah, I think that one's popular. But they have a bunch of other stuff, too. But, anywho, you hear engines in the distance as you strap the lash that applies to the hood of your vehicle. So do I want it? Yes. I feel like the video is well done. Can you do it? Yes. It's Renegade Game Studio, so all I need right now is a price. Hopefully I don't beat around the bush and we'll get straight to it. Jalop likes to beat around the bush. The supplies are now stolen from the bad tribe in the hopes to get them to the helpless strongholds to the other side of the mountain. To get there, you'll have to get your hunk of junk through the Wrecklands. A single stretch of road full of marauders and mercenaries. Okay, we're theming here. Ooh, this is nice. Ages 10 plus. 30 to 45 minutes. I wish that was on the marquee, but that's nice. Look at this. This is so much. Yes, this is the shot that needs to be in there, I do believe, a little bit earlier, because the first 45 seconds is just theme and then, like, still images pretty much of components. All right, so $40. I don't feel like that's a bad price at all. What? And there's an expansion? What? Why would this not? Why isn't this on the marquee? What the hell's going on? Right now I'm kind of confused. I came in here expecting there to be Wreckland Run and then expecting there to be a solo game Warp's Edge expansion. Okay, that's what I thought was coming. First thing that sprung on me, hey, there's a solo game, but there's also an expansion. And, like, why not mention that? You spring it on me. But $40, still, I think that's reasonable, especially for the expansion, which I want, but I don't know why I want it. I don't know what's in it. And then we have the whale, quote unquote, where you get the playmat and the, how big is the playmat? I'd like to know that. Card sleeves, cool. How many card sleeves? So this is the warp speed save. So this is just a separate pledge entirely to get Warp's Edge and just get that stuff. Okay, from a business perspective, I love this. You know, you got a chance to sell stuff, make money, and as a solo gamer, it fits. Same designers, I do believe. I think it's Scott Holmes. Same designers. It all works together, and I think it'd be foolish not to have that pledge level there. So then we have the Wreck and Run along with this. So what is this? This is just the new stuff. So if you already have all the Warp's Edge stuff, and you want that in addition to the Wreckland Run. I gotta say, this I do think this is actually pretty well organized for what they're trying to do here. Aside from springing this expansion on me, this is clean and clear. Wreck everything. So this is if I don't have either of those and I just want everything, all the Warp Seds, all the Wreckland Runs, $175. And I think solid. I think that's a solid job right there of marketing that. So that's essentially getting two. But now, one thing I would maybe mention, how many adventures is in this? How many hours of gameplay is here? You know, how many chapters? Full with 37 chapters. How many games minimum am I going to have to play that to get through all the gameplay content? I think that information could be great in selling this point, and especially this point. Because right now, I'm looking at 2 premium games, each of them at $87.50. And I say to myself, that's not bad. $87.50 if I'm going to get 15, 20 games out of this? So I think there could be some more information conveyed in this, but overall, I mean, the shiny pictures are nice. They look fancy. What's inside? Wreckland Run, the core game thing. So once again, I do have to mention one specific thing. When you're dealing with a company like this, who is a larger company that has a heavy retail presence, there's always that thought in the back of my head, like, all right, I need to be thinking about how they're convincing people to back this now instead of just picking it up in retail. So I haven't seen that yet. And I wonder if that's something they need to do. Let me know what you think about that. And it's so weird. You only have to do it with some companies. 1 campaign book, 4 vehicle mats. I'd like to know the size of these in inches as well, because I imagine most people here are from the United States of America. Yep, $13.98. 8 destruction cards, 12 upgrade cards, 36 part cards, and I do like the fact they're showing the fronts, they're showing the backs, they're giving me enough details. They're not quite zoomed in as I'd like to, but they're still nice, lots of details, and then here we go, the Chapter 1, the Chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That looks awesome! 7 envelopes, each of them their own unique gameplay. I'm intrigued by the iconography on the back of it. Cool. 76 more cards across all... 76! Wow! Hope you get a Duras to Fun Index? I don't know what that means. Dorers to Fun Index. This is how you spotlight this. I think this is so well done. Because some companies might just put 7 envelopes of extra goodies. And I was not expecting those 7 envelopes to be 76 cards. So I think this little thing right here, that's a great one. That's great. Now, hopefully we have and there we go. We got the expansion. All right, convince me on the expansion. Wine and dine me here. Campaign book adds 3 chapters, so now we're up to 10 adventures, 4 envelopes, including 33 more cards, and 9 green toxic gems. Ooh, that looks cool. Elvis dude, scary guy, like it. This looks fun. I want this. As a solo gamer, I want this. It looks good. I think they did a great job of this. It just took them a while to show me it, and then now we got the Warp's Edge Anomaly. So this is the expansion to Warp's Edge that I also thought was going to be included. Now we're talking about expand the edge with all new offenses and new enemies. Modify the difficulty of all motherships with the new challenge deck, new mechanic anomalies, new tokens, yada, yada, yada. This is fascinating to me, and I'm very excited to check out their pledge levels over here because it's really going to tell us what part of this campaign is making the $150,000. Is it Warp's Edge, or is it the other one? It's going to be so fascinating to see those numbers in a second. But I do want to continue through this because this is good. Looks good. Showcasing all the components. This is nice. And now you're showing me why I need to get it, how to play. What is this? So this is moving parts, moving pieces. Okay, it looks good. Oh, wow. How to play. Awesome in 6 minutes. Excellent. So that looks like a how to play video. Oh, and it's this one. Excellent. And hopefully you have a how to play for the other one as well if you're trying to sell it. Click here to read the rules. Excellent. Looks good. Now we're showing me the dimensions of the playmat. I'd give me that in inches, and I'd also put it up there when you're trying to sell it to me at first glance. I think that's always a good idea. And now you're telling me the amount of card sleeves as well. I think that's good information to have up there. 225 card sleeves. I say, wow, okay, that's a lot of card sleeves. There's a lot of cards going on in this game, and that gets me even more excited about the game, I think. Both items included in these pledge levels, the Get Wrecked and the Wrecked and Roll. That's clean and clear. I do like that a lot. Very well done. Okay, so $1 on the fence. Only want Warp's Edge Anomaly or other add-ons. So this is 593 people who just want the Warp's Edge Anomaly or okay. This is getting the solo game, $724. That's still nice. $65 MSRP, okay. $70, we get the Get Wrecked, which includes everything, all the stuff, 215 backers. Then we have the Warp Speed, get everything in Warp's Edge, 106, okay. Wreck and Roll, get everything Wreckland, and then the playmat, and this is all the new stuff as well, 405, so those are just returning backers. Great, love seeing that. Brick and Mortar, 42, great number there. Wreck everything, so this is the big whale. I'm very interested to see how popular this is going to be. 177. So I'd say these pledge levels are solid. Just because each one, not one of these is like, oh, look, there's like nobody backing this at all. And that's when you can tell you don't have a good pledge level when like 4 people take it. Then it's just clutter there. So I'd say they did a good job on that. The playmat and options, Warp Edge stuff, cool, the things, playmat, neato, tokens, stretch goals, stay out. In a post-apocalyptic wasteland. So here's one thing. I would immediately move this higher, and I know Jalop would never do that. That's one of those things you'll have to ask Jalop to do. If you had to sell to a company, which would it be? You had to sell to a company. Like, what do you mean sell to a company? Like, be their sponsor or something? Like, be their PR person? I don't know. Like, probably a kids game one, family game, Haba, Days of Wonder, something like that. Just because I love family gaming. Even though some heavy stuff would be awesome. Anywho, weird question. The post-apocalyptic wasteland. You'll need all the tools you can get to survive the Wreckland Run. It's important to use up everything that is available to you from the beginning, not just the core game. For that reason, we are not doing stretch goals in this campaign. All the loot is already included when you go on the run. Okay. Not doing it. Get it. Bonus loot for backers only. Social media avatars. Those are nice. I would normally say no one cares, but those actually look so damn good. Good. We got the background, the social media emojis, preview. Is there a gameplay? I'm just looking for a gameplay here. 54, that sounds gameplay.
And then,
okay, cool. Lots of videos. Wreckland Run is a tower defense game. I like this quote already because I didn't know this was a tower defense game. I don't understand the point of a project with 2 different games. Am I missing something? No. No, you're not. This whole project, like I said right from the jump, it's so weird. It feels so much just like a pre-order system. And this is what Kickstarter is getting to. It gets a lot of these companies just say, all right, it's just, we tried releasing our games in the classic way of just saying, hey, getting buzz and buying BGG advertisements and whatnot. And that might not be working as well as just putting it on Kickstarter. And because here's the bottom line. For all the stuff they're offering, they need $5,000. And it's so weird. That being said, I'm also starting to get a little bit more of those 5s with no stretch goals, no add-ons. Why do I come back to this Kickstarter campaign? Which would explain why this is 20-something, I think I said, in games, and it's continuing to fall. There's no reason to come back to this Kickstarter campaign. No excitement. So that's always something to think about. Also, I also get the retail vibe. Like, could I get this stuff at retail for cheaper? And it sucks because it's only certain companies. But here we go. $12, $12, $12, $12. That's fantastic shipping. And I do love how clean and clear this shipping area. Kudos. Full letter grade. Love it. Fantastic. Group 1, China, United Kingdom. Hopefully you tell me about the VAT. Pound your chest. VAT. Here we go. Boom. In bold right there. Love it. For the US, EU, and UK, we will charge applicable taxes in the post, so you're going to get jacked by the VAT. We cannot guarantee. Okay, so this looks like a very serviceable shipping area. They tell me all the information I need to know. And so let's look at the bottom line. What do I want as a solo gamer? And most people probably don't have this game. Like, that's just one thing we always need to consider. Most people do not own Game X. No matter what Game X is, most people do not own that game. Unless the Game X is like Monopoly or something like that. In which case, yeah, you can make that argument. But most hobby games, that's not the case. So most people who back this are probably going to be new backers. So I'm looking at the $175 level. I'm looking at the $70 level. And I'm saying, okay, $82 for 10 games, solo game, potential replayability. I'd say it's a reasonable price. I like the shipping area. It looks solid. It's just I get the vibe of, could you get this on... jalop. Bones, the more games, the better. Just could you get this aftermarket for that price? And it's like, how many games do you have on your shelf already that you're not playing? And, ooh, that organization. Oh, my. Yucatan does it. Reload from Colossal Games does it. Now I can shout out Wreckland Run. This is how you should organize an FAQ. It just makes it so clean and clear and fantastic. I love it. They've been advertising this game everywhere. And so there's the thing. And that's one of the reasons why it's so... Like, I'm excited to check their FAQ, their updates, and their comments. Their updates. So let's see. I'm going to guess there's not much engagement. 1 comment, 7 comments, 5 comments, 3 comments, 2 comments, 1 comment, 4 comments. So pretty much maybe 15, 20 comments on 2,200 backers. There's not much engagement there, and it's going to be hard to have engagement there because, once again, why do I come back to this Kickstarter campaign? So I'm interested to see. That one big fossil, here's some news. This was yesterday. One person commented. Thus far, we've kept the big bads at bay. You can hear those engines roaring in the distance. They're getting closer. It's none of that. So we're spotlighting different stuff with the game, turning into Q&A and Scott Calms Alms. So this is cool that you're sending people elsewhere on Twitch. It's good. It's good. Thank you for the update. Typically, though, I think you probably want to get people coming back to the Kickstarter campaigns, not going elsewhere. But, I mean, at this point, I don't know what to do. Pledge levels and add-ons. So now we're talking about add-ons. What am I doing with the expansion? So, okay. Yeah, but nothing here is particularly exciting. And now it's probably getting to the point where most people just see the update and they're like, don't care. They're asking questions. Oh, they're asking questions? Let me see. Where is that? Have a great day. We'll be back tomorrow. Did you have plans tonight? If not, do you now? Oh, it's in there. Hi, drivers. Do you have plans tonight? If not, now you do. So I guess they asked a question there, but it was a more immediately answered. I typically recommend like an open-ended question. Let's see. But let's see. Does one have a question? So far, this little run through the Wastelands has been a great success. Thanks all of you. We appreciate your questions, comments, and suggestions. So they're asking for them. Good. Well, they're saying we like them. Every drawing behind this post-apocalyptic video campaign needs all the supplies that will go. So today we're giving you all a little digital leg up. Choose your mugshot. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Reaction time. Is there a question? Our faves are the explosion and the bombs. Which ones are your favorite? Okay. I didn't even notice. I just got to glance by it. Maybe bold it? Don't care much for the zoom backgrounds, though. Some wallpapers higher resolution would be nice. And it's just one person like, whatever. Like, not actually liking something. Okay. Rules question. If I get a perfect pie placement, is there a reason why the spiked ram card? So these are just people getting in the weeds. I see green rectangles. That's what's up. If I back, will I be able to... Okay. So, final thoughts on this one. I feel like it's a pretty well-read campaign. I don't have any... Like, I felt like the video was solid. It made me want the game. Once we got it... You know what? Once we got past a lot of the theme, because the banning was just a lot of this, and then a lot of, like, this. And it's like, open that booklet. They should end it with how they'd want the game to change. I mean, yeah. I mean... If they're asking direct questions about the game, yeah. So that makes sense to me. But once again, it kind of just has that feel of like, why do I back it now? And I said that earlier this week about what was it? It was the one from AEG, and it keeps coming into my mind more and more with everybody. Like, my shelf of shame, my shelf of shame. Everybody talks about the shelf of shame, and it's like, well, then look at the Kickstarter game and you say to yourself, why do I need to back this now? Why can't I just get it later? And I don't see them creating, like, a really, I need to back this right now. And it looks like they didn't even do it. I don't even think they mentioned once why I need to do it now. Did they? Oh, here it. This campaign includes a mixture of exclusive, non-exclusive items. Here's a breakdown. So, yeah, maybe if there are some exclusive things, I might mention those. There's no fear of missing out in this campaign, which I imagine some people are going to say is fantastic. But I always look at this game I look at it from the perspective of how I think it's being marketed, and I see this game decreasing in popularity on the popularity track, and I say to myself, I don't see it coming back up until maybe the very end of the campaign, and I don't see the buzz. It's only got 6 days left to go, but overall I thought it was a good campaign. I would have liked to know a little bit more, but I'd say it's a B+ here. I think it's solid. Wreckland Run, a solo game for the creators of Warp Edge. They took a hard stance. They said, we are not doing stretch goals. We're not doing daily unlocks. This is a pre-order. Come get your stuff. Come get it now. You love Scott Alms. You love solo games. And it's uninspiring. It's missionary, but it's a B+. It's solid. Let me know what you think about Wreckland Run, a solo game for the creators of Warp Edge in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.